I couldn't believe what I saw when I discovered the HOA had secretly constructed a massive train tunnel beneath my backyard. What started as their shady, illegal scheme turned into a multi-million-dollar jackpot for me. How would you feel if you found out someone was trespassing under your home and it made you rich? One morning, my coffee mug slid across the kitchen table on its own. That's when I knew something weird was going on. Did you feel that? I asked my dog, Buddy, who tilted his head, ears perked. For 3 weeks, these strange tremors woke me up at night. Picture frames tilted, chandeliers swayed. At first, I thought they were small earthquakes, but no one else on my street seemed to notice. I've lived in my Oakwood Grove home for 15 years, a dream house I saved a decade to buy, with a big backyard for Buddy to roam. So when these mystery shakes started breaking things, I got concerned. Maybe it's your pipes, my neighbor Greg suggested as I grabbed my mail. Old houses creak. But my house wasn't old, and these weren't typical noises. Last Tuesday, the shaking cracked my bedroom wall. I called HOA President Laura Bennett. Something seriously wrong underground, I told her. It's damaging my house. Her tone was flat, bored. You're imagining it. Check your foundation, old homes settle. It's only 15 years old, I shot back, and the shaking's on a schedule. She sighed. The HOA doesn't handle personal property issues. That afternoon, I spotted Laura's sleek silver SUV creeping past my house. She stopped at the corner, snapping photos of my property before peeling out. That night, the worst tremor yet hit at 11:30 p.m., knocking my lamp off the nightstand. Downstairs, I heard a low rumble under my feet. The next day, I hired Jake Carter, a geologist with 30 years of experience. After scanning my yard, he said, something big's moving under here man-made, not natural. Like what? A busted water main. He shook his head. More like heavy vehicles, and it's too shallow for city subway lines. I paid him extra for ground-penetrating radar. The scans revealed a huge, freshly built tunnel running right under my backyard, stretching beyond my property. This is professional work, Jake whispered, uneasy. Cost millions. My hands trembled as I called my friend Tom, a real estate lawyer. They can't build under your land, he said, studying the scans. You own everything down to the Earth's core, legally. That weekend, I rented a mini excavator and dug in my yard's far corner. 3 feet down, I hit smooth, curved concrete, a tunnel big enough for a train. Greg helped me uncover more and asked, pale-faced, who built this? And why hide it? Then my phone rang. It was Laura. What are you doing? She snapped. You need HOA approval to dig. I glanced up. She was at my fence, furious. Funny, I replied. I was about to ask you the same about this tunnel under my house. Her expression shifted to shock, then calculation. That's city infrastructure, she said quickly. Nothing to do with us. Then why are you here yelling at me? She smoothed her coat. Emergency HOA meeting tomorrow. Fill that hole and show up. After she left, Greg and I found a metal door in the tunnel stamped with the Oakwood Grove HOA logo. This wasn't city work, our HOA had built it. That night, another rumble woke me. I pressed my ear to the basement floor and heard a train. No permission, no notice, no payment, and Laura was suddenly very interested in my digging. At the packed HOA meeting, every eye turned as I walked in. Laura sat at the board table, calm but gripping her gavel tightly. She didn't know I'd brought Jake's scans, property maps, and a recorder. Let's begin, she said, tapping her mic. The room buzzed with whispers. We're here because Mr. Carter's been digging without permission, endangering community infrastructure. I stood. Funny name for a secret train tunnel you built under my house without my okay. The room erupted. Laura banged her gavel. Calm down. This is a misunderstanding. Show them the scans, I said. Her face tightened. That's unnecessary. My neighbors deserve to know what's under their homes, I countered, passing out the images. This tunnel wasn't here when I bought my place. Sarah Miles, Laura's assistant, jumped up. It's a community project, direct access to downtown shopping. On my land, I said, holding up my deed, without my consent. Silence fell. Laura forced a smile. An oversight. We assumed easement rights covered it. I laughed. Show me where my deed says you can run tracks under my leave-wying room. Her smile vanished. We've sunk Dula $2.3 million into this. It opens next month. Not if it's illegal, I replied. Sarah piped up. The board voted on this 2 years ago. I never got notice, I said. An older resident chimed in. I don't recall a vote either. Where'd the money come from? Laura coughed. Details were confidential for security. Then show us the permits. I pressed. She glared. This meeting's about your digging, not HOA business. Arguments broke out, some liked the tunnel idea. Others were mad they weren't told. How much to use it, someone asked. Sarah said, it's in your fees. Not what I heard. I countered. Greg, tell them. He stood, nervous. I overheard Laura at the clubhouse pitching premium tunnel tiers do law $500 a month for top access. The room exploded. Lies. Laura shouted. Then why charge special fees? Another neighbor asked. Laura adjourned the meeting in chaos. That night, a lawyer named Paul Reed from the HOA showed up with papers in infrastructure acknowledgement and NDA. Mrs. Bennett said you'd sign, he smirked. I'm not signing, I said. His smile faded. Then expect formal action fines starting at due law $100 a day. After he left, I called Tom. They can't do this, he said, but they'll try to break you. Bring everything to my office tomorrow. Next morning, I found 17 violation notices on my door lawn edging, pet height, but he was suddenly too tall. My car wouldn't start, sugar in the gas tank, the mechanic said. A note in my mailbox read, drop it or lose everything. A black SUV tailed me to Tom's office. Sarah was driving. They messed up, Tom grinned. No underground rights filed. That tunnel's yours. By 6 a.m., 27 new HOA emails hit grass too tall. Unapproved bird feeder. A crane dug in my yard, fake utility repair with forged papers. The media spun me as greedy. But Tom had dirt. Laura owned companies that built the tunnel, siphoning HOA funds. She and city council pals planned a shopping complex at the exit. The city transit chief, Mr. Hayes, met me. That tunnel's built to our specs, he said. Laura pitched it as private, but it's public transit. I sold my segment for due law $8.7 million, got my house back, and watched Laura arrested for fraud. 6 months later, the Unity line ran below my barbecue. Laura got 7 years. My payout funded a homeowner's legal fund. Sometimes justice rumbles up from below.